What's going on, good people? It's your girl Shells. I'm in the building, back home now. So, as I was working, you know, it's crazy that I actually get what other people say messages. I don't think it's messages. I think it's just inspiration. You know how I told y'all when I was in the room and I was cleaning the room, how God said you might be endured for a night, but joy comes in the morning. You have to actually be one with yourself in order to get certain information. Hold on, pause. I hope everybody's doing good. Hey, good people, how y'all doing? It's your girl Shells. Yada yada yada. Everybody should be doing lovely. If you're not, then you got a chance to actually get there. You know, God gives you free will and choice to do whatever you want to do. Your choice and your decision, you're gonna have to live with. And right now, it's a lot of people that actually living with choices that they regret. I got to the point where I stopped living making decisions that I'm gonna eventually regret. So with that being said, a lot of people don't really like the choices that I make at this present moment because I'm not living to make no damn decisions that I'm gonna regret later on. A lot of people don't like the fact that one, I can cuss your ass the fuck out and I can still tell you that God loves me and he loves everything about me because he know my heart. With that being said, it's this lady that was in a room. Y'all, I don't know who this woman is. Nah, I ain't telling none of her damn business. You know, HIPAA laws. Um, but shout out to Miss Sheena. Yeah, hey Miss Sheena. I ain't tell you that I was a YouTube person, but hey Miss Sheena, she sits with patients at Erlanger. I don't know if she sits with patients everywhere, but that's where the fuck I seen her at. And me and Miss Sheena had a conversation. Not gonna tell you what the fuck we had a conversation about, but every time I see her, I make sure that I make it my business to come back and give her a hug and say, "Babe, I hope you're doing all right today." Understand? All this was really to say, you never know who you may be meeting. You never know how your presence can actually be something that's good to them. So Machina was sitting with a patient, and just so happened the patient was hearing me and Machina's conversation about hard times, life, and I was telling Machina to pick herself back up. Yeah, she been through some stuff, like most of us probably been through a lot of shit. I have a heart to care about what she's been through. She ain't my family. She ain't my friend. She's just a woman that I met. The woman that she was sitting with asked me for a jacket, y'all. And I told her I couldn't give her the jacket because it was my son's jacket. So I wear it because it's my son's jacket. But guess what I did? Because she said that she was in the hospital and she got tired of wearing the gown, y'all. I'm not bragging about shit that I have done. So please, if you hear what I'm saying, I'm not asking for nobody to be like, praises me because I'm doing something that somebody else could have done. Because if it wasn't me, then who else gonna do it? The lady said that she wanted some clothes to put on. You know what I did? Came in my house and found some clothes for her to put on. So as I'm getting myself ready for work, not today, but I think it was yesterday, I was almost late, y'all, trying to make sure that I got this woman at least a couple of pair of pants. I got her some jumper pants, got her some tights, and got her a shirt to put on. You know, it was some stuff that I actually probably still wanted to wear, but at the end of the day, I can buy more. You know what was crazy? I was thinking, where's her family? Where's the people that's supposed to be here for her? Why aren't they helping? First thing that came to my mind. Second thing that came to my mind is that's none of my business. God put you in places to do the job. It doesn't matter if the person is related to you or not. So when it comes to my family, understand it's not that I hate them. It's just the fact that even if you're not family of somebody, you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to have a caring heart. That's what y'all Christians preach, right? hmm That's what Masonics or Masons teach. That's what the Masonic law is. Brothers. hmm How you supposed to help and guide and mature and all the rest of those stuff. I talk about them a lot because nobody understand that most of the time when I was growing up, I ain't had nobody but my brother. So a lot of things that I talk about when it comes to spirituality and religion and stuff, everybody, all my family members that know Albert Jackson Jr., they know that he wasn't playing about no doggone religion or none of that. He wants people to do what's right. My brother used to get in my mama ass all the time for being around my family members because he said they was fake. He said they don't like you. Them folks don't care nothing about you. Why you want to keep on being around them if they don't care nothing? And I felt my brother in every word that he said. And sometimes it would piss my mom off. But at the end of the day, you can't get upset because of the truth. And I always was one of those people that listen to wise counsel, no matter if it hurts or not. Right. So when I tell y'all about my Aunt Deborah, the only thing that really bothered me is the fact that she didn't even hear the information that was given. Now, all y'all seen that doggone death certificate. Everybody seen who was supposed to. When I sat right there and I called her from that jail cell and told her, Shun ain't trying to, take some. I mean, it was probably irrational a little bit. But at the end of the day, I was calling talking about family business. I didn't need her. I didn't need nobody to hear me talk about nothing else. When I text my Aunt Deborah, I still got text it in his phone and told her that I was gonna sue the fuck out of everybody in the family. Cause understand, everybody that was in that doggone family, when I signed off on my father being cremated, they knew what was supposed to be happening. They knew about all the information that was supposed to be passed to me. Everybody that was at my Aunt Mary Lee Smith Hartsfield, whatever you want to call her, at her doggone house. That's where my mail went to. Right now, understand. I don't have to keep on bringing that up because everybody's seen the death certificate, right? If you didn't, it's in the videos down below. Honey, I got it. My lawyer got it. Everybody else got it. Hell, I got a couple of copies of it, right? So when I got that information, instead of my Aunt Deborah actually wanting to hear the information that was given, she said, that don't have nothing to do with me. Call Shunny. Y'all, when I text Shunny, you got to understand that this actually unfolded over time. Because before I knew that it had something to do with Shunny, I didn't even know. Y'all, I was not even aware that my mail was actually going to my Aunt Mary's house when I spoke to her about it. So when I put that psychic shit in the description, that means I was able to detect, foresee, using my mental. That's what the psychic is, your fucking brain. All I had to do was use my brain and actually realize what the hell was going on. Understand, my family don't fuck with me and I don't fuck with them. So when people start coming around just after woodworks, I knew something wasn't right. Yeah, I played the game. But then again, what you say, Miss Rock? Krishan Rock. You'll let people manipulate you sometimes, but not all the time, right? You'll let people get by with certain shit some of the time, right? But not all the time. See, folks wanted me to allow them to get by the whole time. And I'm just like, I can't allow it. No. Because not only, Deborah, not only did you not care about me, but you didn't care about my kids. When you know that I've been living my life for my doggone kids since before my mama passed away, right? So that actually struck something inside of me to have hatred towards people that I have that's blood related to me. Because there's no way in hell if my family member would have came and told me something about another family member, I wouldn't have believed it. I would have asked for the evidence and the proof myself before just turning somebody else away. Because even though you may be blood related to somebody, you don't know everybody. And even if you do know them, you may not know their true intentions. Right? Right. So understand, it ain't like I hate these folks. I hate anybody, or should I say, I have dislike for anybody that didn't give a fuck about my kids. And when I say I don't want people, oh, Aunt Deborah, if you may be watching, you know, Ayana Yancey, the same female that you see in church, she was one of the people that was watching these videos that called CPS when it came to my kids and my daughter being in my home. And you over here, he and ha with this woman. With that being said, I had to look at you in the way that I look at them because we blood. She's no relation to us. So when you seen that woman have my doggone kids, why didn't you even ask, where is Shelly? What's going on? Why didn't you care? Because what I just told you about that woman, I'm not no relation to her. She's a white woman. So for anybody that wanted to paint me as being a racist person, you can kiss my ass, baby. There's not a racist bone in my motherfucking body. Hell, I like all doggone people. I like people that I'm able to connect with. I have love for a lot of people. But see, when you do have love in your heart for people, you can't love everybody. Because some people gonna take that shit and try to run with it. Yeah. And that's the reason why I'm as humble as I am right now. I know the type of woman I am. Me and this young lady was sitting here talking about the girl that I was working with at the store. She said, "You remember when that girl called you and said or asked you to come and get her kids?" And you was just, I wasn't at work, I wasn't doing nothing. I was chilling, minding my doggone business. She called me and said, "Can you go get my children from school or get my child from school?" It was her child and another girl's child. I don't know what the other woman was, but I know that the woman that's at the store, yeah, I know her. She was at work. I said, "Well, I don't have a car." She said, "You can come and get my car." I used her car to go get her kids or get the kids. I went and got the kids something to eat out my own pocket and brought the kids where they were supposed to be at. I never asked for nothing in return. Nothing. It was days that I fed a lot of people. Y'all understand? I don't make like buku money. When y'all see when I say savings, that means that I take from myself in order to save to get where I'm trying to get to. But when it comes to helping somebody else, I do it free willingly, never asking for nothing in return. Because God says, and I quote, "You give and you shall receive." Now understand, just because I talk about God and just because I talk badly on certain Christians or religion, I ain't talking about all Christians. I'm not. I'm just saying. Only thing about y'all is I don't want to be hypocritical. Or I don't want to be labeled as a hypocrite. If you're a Christian, you're supposed to have a giving heart, a loving, you're supposed to be one of God's people, he ain't gonna never tell you to help something. He ain't gonna never say hurt somebody. He's gonna always put you in a position to help them, right? So when it come to my family and them being in a position to help, and they did the opposite, I couldn't even trust the religious factor that they came from. Not saying that I don't care, I don't have that same or I have the same energy towards everybody, because I don't. I'm just saying when it comes to them, you know, I look at my family like an Amish family. Let's just say that a Amish person or a young lady decide to actually grow up and realize that her uncle, that's the pastor of the church, is actually her cousin's daddy, which is, you know, born by another cousin, like incest shit. And she decides to speak about it. And the family say they gonna shun her instead of actually looking at the truth of the matter. That's pretty much what I felt like just happened to me when it comes to my family. It's like, nah, we just gonna ban you. We just gonna say, forget you. We don't want to hear what you got to say because we don't want to sit here and actually acknowledge the truth, right? They didn't have to. Understand? I'm gonna go against anybody that don't want to see the truth of the situation. Ain't that right, Mr. Coleman? Right. I'm gonna go against you. Even though you're supposed to be doing a job, you get paid to do a job, you didn't do it. Now when it came to me and my kids, now when it came to my daughter, if it was your daughter, you would want somebody to do the job that you given to be done, right? Right. That's the reason why I went for your head like that. Yeah. About my kids. Because that's the job that God gave me. Before I was supposed to be doing anything else. At the age of 18, when I got pregnant with my son, my whole life changed. And that's when I was supposed to be doing what's better for me and my children. So y'all want to sit here and say that she's a hateful person because I talk about my children's fathers. Did I tell a lie? Did I tell a lie on them, their actions, and who they are? Well, me and my homegirl was sitting there, and she was just like, "You had to go Mother's Day without your kids." She said, "Who the fuck what type of man or who around them would even say that is ethical to keep a damn child away from the mother that birthed the child into the doggone world on Mother's Day?" It's some people right now that know that I don't have no family. How many of y'all that sit here and watch me on these doggone videos multiple times, day in and day out, with nobody around me? But understand, it was not always like that. At one point in time, it was so many people around me that I used to get irritated, and I would cuss everybody out to get the fuck up out my doggone face and out my house. Yeah, because I was a giving person, loving person, until I started realizing that. What did you say? What's that lady name that play on that BMF show? The dark skinned lady. Yeah, you, ma'am. You said you started evaluating your circle, right? Your group. And you started realizing that these people were not beneficial. Like, that's not the word that you use, but that's the words that I use. When you realize that people are not beneficial in your life and you realize that they're not the same friend that you are to them, that's when you have to start making certain decisions for yourself. I realized that the man that I was married to was not the man for me. Understand, even in his actions right now, that actually proves that I should have never had children by him. Because I've never had a hatred heart to keep my children away from him, no matter what he did to me. Understand? All I ever did was text this man and said what I knew about this money. And guess what? Mr. White, did I lie? Didn't I say you and Shunning trying to take my kids so y'all can get some doggone money? Now, I said her because that's the person that had access and knew what the hell was going on. You know, anybody that was at my Aunt Mary house, hell, I don't know who the fuck found out about the information. I don't know who the hell got the damn mail. All I do know is whoever was at the damn house got the information because that's where the fuck it was going to. All you gotta do is look at the damn death certificate. But before I even had knowledge of what was on the damn death certificate, because I wasn't really paying no attention, I instantly felt it. Nobody had to tell me shit. And when I text you, Shunny, and told you that, when you came straight to my doggone house and brought the police, you exposed yourself. When Mr. White took my damn children that Friday, knowing he was supposed to be bringing them back that Sunday, but I had told him to bring my daughter that was not his because I didn't trust him around my doggone children. Not really. I don't. When he decided to keep my doggone child and then try to tell somebody that had a mental illness or issue because I was flipping out about my child, so why the fuck he wouldn't bring me my damn kids? You exposed yourself. You exposed your truth to everybody and to me. And you wonder why the fuck I was sitting here just, I'm not going through nobody else. I'm not finna sit here and allow nobody to take me out of fucking character and then trying to paint a picture as if that's me. About my kids, ain't no telling what I do. Ain't no telling what I say about my kids. I'm just gonna be honest with you because that's who I live for. So in this instance, you knew to play with my doggone kids. Now I don't know if them two other baby daddies felt the same way, but for whatever reason, they joined the bandwagon. I don't necessarily care. Mr. Freeman got a whole nother situation going on. When you allowed that fucking female to sit there and tell you and group up your mama, the other baby mama, and the female you with, to go against me, you nigga, in your order of protection, when I gave it to my lawyer, they said that this man ain't say nothing about him. That's the reason why you couldn't go to court, because all you were saying is I was threatening your baby, your fiance and your unborn child. Didn't even know that she was pregnant. Not as if it matters to me, because shit, that's one less child I got to take care of. Understand? That could have been my child. You know, I had just had a miscarriage with a baby that was supposed to be yours. I'm not sitting here saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying what they did is right or wrong. That's their life. Understand? Everybody has free will and choice. That's the choices that they made. She wanted to sleep with a man that was already in a relationship, in a home, playing daddy and stepdaddy and all the rest of that. So, well, he wasn't playing much of a damn role, but I'm just saying that's what she decided to do. Okay. Can I hate her for it? No. I don't give a fuck. She's not me. I would never do that. I would never, when it comes to them females, the way I talk about them, that's because that's my truth. Would I ever do what they have done? No. That's the reason why I speak the way I speak about certain people. Because all I can give is my truth. When it comes to people around me, when I spoke to them about certain shit, instead of them having a heart to give a fuck or even care, they started taking that shit and running off with it and started laughing and started creating all kind of hee ha ha ass. I guess I was the damn comedian. Understand? When I was talking to my homegirl, she said at any given moment that could have been y'all. Still could be. Yeah. In this instance, it still could be. People gotta understand, baby, time is fluent. Energy is fluent. Y'all don't know that. But what you do need to understand is karma is motherfucking real. And that shit will hit you. And everybody was just like, oh, well, she said this gonna happen then. Baby, I'm not God. You know, wait a minute, you gotta understand. This is universal. When shit happens, when it happens, it happens. I speak a lot about because you gotta understand, whatever is not right and what wasn't done correctly, it always has to be cleared up. And that's God's law. If y'all know anything about universal law, y'all know anything about spirituality, a lot of y'all people say y'all Christians. I don't understand how the hell you can be Christians and not know about the spirit of God and what he really wants. A lot of men sit there and say, baby, I can't talk to you because you gonna sit here and tell me all the time what I'm doing is wrong. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? Why the fuck would I want to be with a man if I can't direct you in the right direction? Right? Why the fuck would I sit here and keep on? When I told y'all in them other videos about Adam and Eve, when I said about her biting the apple or him biting the apple, understand, even in biblical times, y'all have said it and read it yourself. You seen it for yourself how women manipulated men to do what was not right for them. Understand? There's two type of women out here. There's gonna be one that's gonna try to guide you in the right direction. It's gonna be another one that's gonna lead you off your path into a whole nother direction of destruction. Mm-hmm. That's easy for me. Now, with that being said, Charlie, me and you were talking earlier, right? Oh shit. Y'all, Charlie took me to work earlier. For whatever reason, I don't know, because y'all know I was on the bus. Y'all know I was on my way to get there. But he just so happened to pull up like, where you going? I'm like, shit, to work? I know you see this shit. He was like, come on, I'm finna take you. What was me and you talking about? You said it was easy to get off track, right? Especially with me being a woman. Yeah, I know that. That's the reason why a lot of women hate me, because they want to sit there and try to make it seem like I'm off track because of other men being interested in me. And I'm just like, baby, that's not my focus. It's not my fault that people are intrigued by me. A woman that's taking care of herself, taking care of her business, it's going to be a flock of niggas. Always. Understand? Even if I was in a relationship, even when I was married, even when I was with every last one of my children's fathers, it was a flock of niggas that seen how I was doing for them, taking care of them. And they just wanted to tell me, Rip, didn't I tell you? Every time you do something wrong, a nigga was gonna tell me, because they want to get you out the fucking picture. Yeah. Because they wanted me to be the person doing for them the same way I was doing for you. Now, I ain't really do too much for you, only due to the fact of I had already been used and abused. So I learned my lesson. That's the reason why I let you go. I let your ass go real quick. And ain't no bickering, it ain't no arguing, ain't no going back and forth. I didn't give a fuck who you fuck with. I still do not. I still am able to see you every damn day and act like, guess what? I ain't never met you before. Ain't that right? Yeah. Because I don't have it in me to keep on going back and forth. There's a lot of y'all people that y'all thrive off of drama. You live off of drama. Guess what? Your life ain't gonna be nothing but fucking drama. Now, with that being said, all the family members that I have talked about, including mine, let me tell you about the DD. DD, hey, I don't know what you have done in your profession, but it's some people, and I ain't gonna tell you the person, because I feel like you already know who talked about your name or talked on you when we was seeing each other today. And they was like, that's your cousin. I'm just like, nah, we just related. We just got the same blood, but that's not my family. And she was like, oh, cause she messy as hell. And I'm just like, I know. Now, I don't really know you that much, because we don't really have too much conversation. We ain't really grow up. I'm 33, so I know you almost, what, 40? Yeah, we ain't really cross paths that much, but she ain't got to tell me something that I don't already know. Understand? My daddy is the first person that told me that my family wasn't shit. The same way y'all did me when my parents passed away, my daddy was done the same way. Ain't nobody have too much care for my father. They ain't nobody care about what he was going through. My daddy lost his only sister and his mama in close, you know, relation. And he just had me. That's it. And that's the reason why I feel like my mama was wrong. Yes, I've talked about my mother multiple times. I'm not here to sugarcoat shit for nobody. I talk about myself all the time. Shit, I know every damn thing I did ain't right. No, especially the way I be talking about folks too. Fuck you though. At the end of the day, fuck you. This my truth. I gotta sit here and deal with what I done said about other people. I don't feel no type of way either. Honestly, I'm gonna let you know. I don't feel no type of doggone way, because understand, in order for me to speak about something that you have done, you had to do some shit to me. Because I really don't give a fuck about people like that. I'm always in my own world. And before anybody sit there and say, y'all was finna try to go to my doggone manager and tell them anything, tell them that I smoke weed. outside of work in my home, I don't think my manager care. Because I do a damn good job at any job. There's never been a point in time at any job that they can sit there and say that she wasn't a good worker. She came sluggish. They don't even know if I be high or not. They just like that girl work. And she's very professional, very polite, very respectful, very mannerable. That's because I was raised like that. And I don't bring my outside problems into my work environment. Unlike certain people. Okay. I don't really care about what you say about me. Because a job is a job, and I make sure I do my job damn well. Understand my outside business and my outside life is just that. So I don't mind y'all knowing what the hell I do outside of work. Man, I smoke whenever the fuck I feel like it. But guess what? I be at work so doggone much. I appreciate Mr. Renee giving me the damn job because you helped me accomplish something that I wasn't able to do on my own. Being in the house by myself, not having no family, not having nobody to depend on at all. Not saying that I really needed nobody, but I'm just saying, in order to save my mental, I got high because that was my fucking medicine. Until I felt like I didn't really want to say fuck it no more because it was over with. Not for to keep on punting on the same doggone thing. And understand, I never really had to make this page. I never really had to speak my truth because there's a lot of people that know me. Now, there's motherfuckers in my environment that don't know shit about me. So when they be talking, baby, that shit, it did strike a nerve because I'm like, you talking about some lies. A lot of motherfuckers, all the drama that was going on, that was because, guess what? Mr. Wyatt, which is my soon-to-be ex-husband, said, and I quote, she do drugs. Y'all seen the doggone inbox messages? Yeah, see, that's why y'all should be keeping up with the shit because everything that I done told y'all about, baby, I actually got proof of, and I give y'all proof of. Yeah, told my sister, I can't say adopted sister, but um, no, you won't say adopted sister. Y'all know that my daddy was married to Kim, right? And she had a child that was supposed to be my sister. Everybody know that wasn't my damn sister, Sherelle Ware, or whatever the hell her last name is. That's not my sister. Not the fuck at all, right? Okay. But her children's father, well, the oldest children, the ones that I know. I don't know the other little baby. Kevin, Pooh, whatever you want to call him. Then you inbox me and say Dallas told you that I was on drugs. Understand? It's a thing called a drug test. That's the reason why I was, quote unquote, Ms. Knox said that I was threatening her about her job. I wasn't threatening her life. I just told her she wasn't gonna have no damn job because she didn't do the damn job she was supposed to be damn doing. Point blank period. And I threaten a lot of people when it comes to them not doing their damn job because you don't do your damn job, you shouldn't have it, right? And I proved that you didn't do your damn job. So with that being said, I don't think that I was over speaking at all. I think I was speaking in the way I was supposed to be speaking. You told the damn sheriff you were gonna come and do a drug test. So if I was a person that was on drugs, why the fuck would I sit here and keep on threatening you? You gonna come and do it? And y'all, that was crazy because Mr. Wyatt, oh Jesus, help me, Lord. When I say shit, I be forgetting a lot of stuff, y'all, because you gotta understand, people talk all damn day long, and I be forgetting to tell y'all about a lot of shit. You forgot that you told other people that the girl that you with now was a meth head and she was living out her van. So when they found methamphetamines in my system, and I told them to come back and do a drug screen because all I did was smoke weed. The weed that you gave me that weekend, because I was at home with my child, didn't have no vehicle. It's crazy that you was the person that was providing every damn thing, but in your order protection paperwork, you said that you have had a problem for me or had a problem out of me, or the first incident happened in February of 2022. We still need to know what the incident was and what happened. Because I don't even remember an incident that happened. What happened? Oh, when you came in front of my doggone house and I was saying something about the $240 of child support you were supposed to be giving me, and you turned around and said, bitch, I ain't giving you nothing. Do y'all not understand how that breaks a person? I was a woman with 8 doggone kids trying to take care of my kids. 2 niggas that I had kids by wasn't doing shit. When Mr. Freeman left out of my house in January, that man didn't even decide to come around for his fucking son's first birthday in March because of a female that he was with. Mr. Hester down the street. The nigga that got family first written on his hand. My daughter apparently wasn't a part of your damn family because you never put her first. Never gave no fucks about her. So when I talk about these people, understand that's because I've already lived a certain thing in life when it comes to them, a certain situation. Ain't nobody gonna be able to take that away from me. Shit, not even my kids. Because my kids seen a lot of shit. Well, not my kids as if they actually have something, but I'm just saying growing up or as they get older, my children not gonna be able to say, well, mama, it was you. My children seen how much I would actually go when it comes to their other half or their father or any of their family actually being connected to them. Now, understand, I never went outside of just the fathers. I'm not finna go and try to get the grandmamas. I'm not finna have no conversations with them. I'm not finna do none of that shit because them not the people that I made these damn kids with, and I don't really give a fuck about them people like that. Let's just be honest. I don't like the mothers of the men that I had kids by. I don't. Am I right? I don't like them. Not at all. I don't like the person that they are. Matter of fact, Miss Freeman, somebody told me about you, and I'm gonna tell you her name, but I don't think I should tell you her name right now. A very much well known person. I ain't really know her like that, but when she found out who my son's father was, and she said, and I quote, "Oh, that bitch been messy." That's exactly what she said. She said exactly what your son told me. Oh, she didn't like you because she can't control you. She said, but why in the world when she want to give her grandson a better chance at life, unlike she gave her sons? Now that's what was said. I don't want my son to be a gang member. I don't want my son to be hyped up off cocaine. I don't want my son living off no females. I don't want my son manipulating females like he gives a fuck about them, but he really just drained them fucking dry. That's not the children that I'm raising. That's the children you raising. Yeah. Everybody done seen it. Cause hell, that woman that I'm talking about, she ain't the only one that's talked about you. She talked about your husband too. She talked about how they ain't cheating, how you work like a doggone slave and you don't. But that ain't for me to sit here and talk about. I'm just saying the same way that you talk about somebody, because from my understanding, you talked about me in your place of employment, and it's people that's in your place of employment that actually know me. Understand? I used to sit for Orange Grove. hmm Now, I might be a different person outside of my work environment, but I'm still the same person. I'm still the same caring person. I still have the same fucking heart. And everybody know I don't play about my fucking kids. Now, all the stuff and all the messy drama, understand, y'all been in these situations more than one time. So it's not like somebody just fabricating something on your name. It's just the type of person that you are. And once I realized that, I ain't never really have no care for you in my doggone life. Now I didn't have no care about you being around my child, and then you was trying to make it seem like I was keeping my son away from y'all. No, I kept my son in an environment that was safe, around people that cared, which is me and his fucking siblings. Not a whole bunch of messy ass individuals that just want to sit there and put on like they give a fuck about my child, but not care about his well being. Like Miss Rock said, y'all don't even know God. Mm-mm. Don't have no care in your heart to actually know what's right. Why would I want to be around you? Now, Miss Freeman, I'm not trying to be funny, but when I lost my aunt, mm-hmm, my aunt Wilma, she had passed away, y'all, and I didn't get the information till damn near after she had passed away. This is the woman that my mother had. My mother and my father ended up getting me from, because my aunt Wilma is on my birth mother side. So when I guess Lisa, which is my birth mother, lost custody, or before custody was granted over to my father and my adopted mother, because Brenda is my adopted mother, I was in the care of my aunt Wilma. So my mother always told me about my aunt Wilma and how if it wasn't for her really caring for me, then she don't know where I would be. I've always had a special place in my heart for my aunt Wilma, and because that's my actual blood from my actual birth mother. And a lot of folks in her side that I didn't know nothing about, but I know my aunt Wilma, and my uncle Gigi. When she passed away, my uncle Gigi and my aunt Wilma passed away within a couple of months of each other. They was a married couple, and it affected me a lot, because as I got older, past age 18, I started seeing a lot of family members that I gave a fuck about. They I know at one point in time gave a fuck about me. They was leaving, and it hurt to feel like I didn't have nobody or wasn't gonna have nobody. True, but when we was sitting in front of your house, your mama house, Miss Sherry, when I got the information, you seen I was sitting in that car and I was crying by myself. You asked if I need a hug, and I actually declined because I don't want nobody ever touching me without having good intentions for me. It's not that I didn't like you. It's the fact that I know you don't have good intentions for me and a lot of other people around you. So I didn't want you to touch me. I'm not going to manipulate to like you. Why lie? Now, the difference between me and them other females, they going to pretend. They going to pretend to like you while talking behind your doggone back. Trust me. I done heard some shit. Right. Um, Matter of fact, how you think I end up watching Courtney Child, her little boy? Your husband didn't want to watch him, right? Mr. Freeman, you said you wasn't getting paid, right? That ain't in your blood, right? Yeah, she wasn't even dropping off no food or nothing, right? Most of the time you said she wasn't even at work. I know. But even though y'all was telling me the truth, when she came and asked me to watch her doggone child, guess what? I said, bring them on. She, you already got one child here. I got enough children here. You supposed to be going to work. Now, even your own baby daddy, our baby daddy said you probably wasn't at work. That day, that after you said that little girl couldn't come to my house, and she ended up going to that birthday party, and nobody can get in touch with you. Guess what? Mr. Freeman said, "Can we go now?" My son's father, not his father, said, "Can we go and get his child?" I rode with him to go get him. Didn't say nothing to the child at the fuck out because it was already lies being told on my doggone name. Still didn't stop him from going to get his child. But where were you as a mother? Why can nobody get in touch with you? Now, as his family, they should have put more in perspective that you just wanted to be a part of the doggone family, but not actually taking care of your role that you have going on inside their family, which is their bloodline, which is the child. You supposed to play your role as being the mother. You want to try to have like competition with me as if a position is something that I was trying to hold. No, I never cared about being around that much because I didn't know if I wanted to be with that man. Matter of fact, it wasn't even about being with him. Y'all the reason why I didn't want to be with him. Mm-hmm. His family, the dysfunction in his family is the reason why I didn't want to be with him. Because you know what I said? I'd be damned if I'm finna marry a nigga and be with him and I can't stand your doggone family. And that's pretty much what was going on last year, New Year's, when you said, and I quote Mr. Freeman, "I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you." Now, you know I'm a woman of minted words. What did I say? I don't think I said anything. Why? Because you was trying to manipulate my damn mind as if you wasn't already out here fucking off and doing other things and then trying to finally say you wanted to be with me. Now, when you was outside talking to your brother, yeah, my nigga, um, I overheard the conversation that you was having with him. Yeah, the crazy one. Yeah. When you was saying, because you see me step outside, yeah, man, somebody had bust out the car, the window of my baby car, so now I gotta get it fixed. You was telling him the shit that you was doing that you didn't think that I knew, but I knew. You was telling him how you were fucking with somebody and they came and but then you told me a whole nother story, didn't you? I was wanting you to be honest. I gave you opportunity around me. I give any nigga opportunity to be around me just so you can tell me the damn truth. That's it. It's not no bad blood, but they're kicking in my damn door. And you sitting here, when I said that shit in court, yeah, I'm not finna sit here and play the radio about nothing that you have done. Why the fuck would I sit there and protect you when you sat there and did every damn thing in your motherfucking power to destroy me? Yeah, that's what the devil does. Comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And them three factors. My three baby daddies: kill, steal, and destroy. And that's exactly what I felt like y'all did. It's no hate. I have no hate in my heart for you. At one point in time, I fucked with every last one of y'all. It's no hate. I just will never see y'all the same ever again. Now, with that being said, I still ain't did nothing to tarnish my doggone name or my reputation or representation of myself and who I am as a person and as a woman. The one thing I'm not finna do, y'all ain't finna get me out of doggone character to be acting the way that you want to paint me. Mm-mm. So I let you have it. Mr. Hester, when you lied in court and said that it wasn't a problem for me to see my child, but you know for a fact when we were sitting there, your mama said she was gonna call the police because we were sitting outside your granddaddy's house having a conversation, and you lied in court. That was it for me. That was it. See, it's a thing about being true to not just yourself, but to the situation at hand. You told them to begin with. I've never had no problem with her. I ain't never had no issues with her being. Those was in your words, right? You gotta understand every damn thing in juvenile court is recorded. Okay. So when you first came up there and said there was never no problems, I ain't never had no issues with her being a mother. She seemed like she was doing a damn good job to me. I don't know what was going on. I just know that Mr. White called me and said so and so and so and so said that I had to get custody of my daughter. Ain't that what you said? Even in your own words, when I went down there to get my child, you said, Shelly, I knew you was coming to get your child. I don't know what was said. I know I didn't trust Dallas, so that's the reason why I was recording the conversation. I didn't trust you either. Mm-mm. I don't trust neither one of y'all. So that's the reason why I'm not around. That's the reason why I won't reach out. Y'all know what the fuck I'm at. Y'all got access to what? You got access to it, don't you? You just don't want to hear what the fuck I gotta say because y'all know right now you motherfuckers is wrong. And you're dirty. You don't want to hear what the hell I got to say. Matter of fact, you don't even want to hear what I'm saying to other people about y'all. Still ain't gonna keep me from saying the shit. You know how many people I done talked about? You know how many people know about this doggone page and know for a fact that I done talk shit about them? Which is the fucking truth. And they don't want to hear it either. So be it. It's still gonna be said. That's still my truth. And you can't sit here and call me not a fucking not nan lie. Okay? Y'all some dirty ass individuals. When I say y'all some broke husbands, that's what I meant. Because y'all motherfucking demeanors about your kids and what role y'all wanted to play in y'all children's life, that shit didn't change until it came to some fucking money that y'all still can't get. So for whoever decided to encourage you to group up to try to get this money, understand, still can't get it. Not even Mr. White. He can't touch shit that belongs to me. And can't damn one of y'all ever take me to court for child support if I ain't seen my children. Y'all free willingly kept my children away from me. Mm-hmm. But see, y'all wanted me to continue to keep on the same cycle of calling, crying, and being devastated. What the fuck type of person do I look like to keep on doing it? Everybody know I love my kids. My kids know I love my kids. Mr. Sheriff, you see when my baby came to that doggone door, when I came out the door, my dark-skinned daughter, that's the only dark-skinned child I got, and she turned around because she was with Mr. White, and she said, Mama, and how she ran to me. Right. That's not no situation of a child that's not being loved properly. She didn't even know her father. She doesn't know LeBron Hester. Not for real. She does not know his mother. Yeah, I'll put my children in the company of people that they don't even fucking know. And then not even that. Let me get to the nitty gritty when it comes to my family. For y'all not being there to stand up for your doggone family, understand that Mr. White has allowed another little boy that's not his child. Even if it was his child, I wouldn't give a fuck if it was my son that pulled another one of my son's pants down. Get what he would have got? A motherfucking two-piece. Pop, pop. Fuck you talking about? Bow. Dead in his shit because, you got to take care of shit. Some things do happen in families. Understand that don't mean that you're supposed to condone it. Yeah. So with that being said, to my family that ain't been listening to none of this shit, Mr. White allowed Melisha, whatever the fuck her last name is, little boy to pull down Dason's pants and touch his on his behind. You ain't got to take my word for it. Miss Danielle Mathis, she know about the whole situation. Mr. Jeremy Freeman knows about the whole situation. Mr. Eric Helster know about the whole situation. Guess who is keeping the situation under wraps? Mr. Dallas Wyatt and his girlfriend. And that's where my children are right now. So when a bitch want to say, well, it ain't no order of protection out against him now, why she can't go around? Because you, neither do them, want me to go to that motherfucking house about my kids. That's what it's about. I'm protecting me at this present time because I know how I am. And that's the reason why I'm doing it legally. Okay? Now, for whatever reason that these motherfuckers ain't on the damn job that quick, I'm not really worried about it because understand, them not doing their damn job is setting me and my children up for a better future. The however long they take, they got the proof. They got the same fucking information that y'all got. I didn't tell no lies about nothing and on nobody's fucking name. So for anybody that had a hee and ha moment, bitch, you look stupid, idiotic, dumb, and adolescent, young-minded. Because this is about people, kids, my kids. This is about innocent ass lives that grown ass people are deciding to fuck with. And y'all wonder why the hell I was so emotional at one point in time, because I had already been through enough. Now, with that being said, I went through all this shit so my children wouldn't have to. When it comes to my daughters ever believing that a man just want to be with you and they want to love you, y'all gotta understand, Mr. White sat right there and laughed in my damn face when I told him that my father passed away. He laughed, y'all. But I was the same woman when his mother passed away years later, when he was devastated, crushed. I did not want to be with him at all, but I sat right there and let that man cry on my motherfucking shoulder. Understand what I went through is never gonna change me. It just changed the people that I end up fucking with on that type of level. Okay? I endured a lot of shit. I won't do it no more. But I did it so my children wouldn't have to go through it. Mr. Freeman, you remember sitting in this room and me and Sayer was in there talking, and he said when he grow up, he ain't gonna never be like that as a father. I don't know if he was talking about you or Mr. Helster. Wasn't he talking about Mr. Helster at the time? Because he decided not to want to be around Alea. Remember when you was around and he was just like, nah, I can't keep her because it ain't nobody around here. It ain't no children here and it's just me. Well, how the hell you go against your own doggone word? You told me before any courts and anybody was even involved that you couldn't have your children around because the house wasn't equipped for a little girl. It was just you there. Now she ain't have no mama. You tried to make me feel bad about us not being together, and that's the reason why you couldn't keep your child. But that was on you. You decided to leave multiple times. Fuck up, what you thought I was gonna do? Chase you? It brought tears to my eyes because somebody brought to my memory about when you was at Mosque and Ben and nobody would come and see you, and I picked all my kids up, packed them all up, and went down there and seen you, me and my kids. Those are the type of things that in my heart I can still be okay with. Yeah, I always did right. Mr. Freeman, even though you was fucking with that girl and you wanted to see your damn son and you didn't want me to know, you said bring him to your job, and that's what I did. As soon as you seen me, you hugged me because you felt that you was wrong. I know. You still feel it right now. For whatever reason you want to keep on lying to yourself, baby, understand it's never gonna get any better. You gotta be true to yourself. When you don't make the right, I don't give a fuck about nobody else around you. I don't give a damn about a mama, a daddy, nobody. Talk to Mr. Wyatt. My mama did not want me to have my son and go back to his house. She wanted me to go home. Now, I was always taught by my mother, if you argue your limitations or however, you get a chance to keep them. I argued to my mother that it wouldn't be right. That man got off of work at 7, 8 o'clock. My mother's rules is if that's not your husband, he can't be here after dark. Now, Mr. Johnson even knew that. I was with my high school boyfriend for years, and that man came to my house almost every day if I wasn't at work. Stayed there with me and my mama. Now, a lot of people said that he only came over there because I fed him. So, that's pretty much what my job was anyway. I was supposed to be his woman or, practicing to be his woman because I was a child. I was under 18, but I was still doing what I was supposed to be doing. He still had to leave by a certain time. It was one time that he didn't want to leave when my brother put a gun in my head in the same spot. And he decided not to leave. Matter of fact, he decided to take me with him that day. I slept in his car until it got dark enough for him to come downstairs and get me, and I creeped on up in them damn up them steps. And I think his mama actually came up there and I hid up under the bed a little bit, but that man actually was there. He knew what the fuck I was going through, even before the age of 18. Now, Mr. Wyatt, what I did not tell you is the conversation that me and my brother had, me and Al. You remember the day that me and you got to arguing on 4th and 31st in that house? And Al called and asked me for some money. You know, the police was called and he said he wasn't going to take down one of us to jail because it was going to be a domestic, right? You know, I had called my brother after that. Last conversation I had with my brother. And he told me that he was sorry for agreeing to allow me to be with you to begin with. Because y'all got to understand, my brother Al was in jail when I met Dallas. He called home from jail one day and said, I heard you pregnant. And I was like, damn, who the fuck told you? I told you niggas in jail be knowing. Ain't that right, baby? Niggas in jail be knowing. Hey, yeah, you in the background listening, but you know, this ain't got nothing to do with you right now. They be knowing. Oh, baby, wait a minute. Pin that. Cause why the fuck these bitches out here be thinking that they can't get touched? The fuck? They be thinking that shit just be sweet around this motherfucker. And I'm just like, man, if I call that motherfucker man and tell him that you or anybody else is fucking with me after I done been through all the shit that I've been through, it's gonna be hell for you, baby. I told them touchdown calls hell. I already know you will. I know you will, but don't do shit to jeopardize your damn freedom because these people ain't worth it. Now, understand, I got brothers too. You know. Shit, they ain't gotta be blood. Hell, but they don't go too. Another thing, when it comes to my two brothers, I don't give a fuck what's going on with them. I do not understand this. I'm mad at y'all too, cause I said I ain't feel good last Saturday, and that means I ain't feel good. Y'all ain't even try to check on me. Your sister Erin was low and shit. Look, I had to go get me some iron medicine and stuff. So for a motherfucker that was saying I was on drugs, now bitch, I just actually got life. And then my cousin Didi was just like, "What you been doing, tanning?" I was up there like, "Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Didi, that was like the dumbest damn thing I ever heard a light skinned person ever say." And I'm just like, "No, baby, I'm naturally this beautiful and brown and stuff like that. Look, sun kissed a little bit. I mean, not tanning, but I ain't outside just sitting in the doggone sun. I don't know how the hell I got a little brown on, but whatever. I'm glad that I ain't light skinned. But anyway, uh, yeah, y'all niggas didn't even check on me. The fuck? I swear, y'all be making me but understand. My brothers treated me the same way y'all treated me. That's the reason why I care and I love y'all. Cause at one point in time, all I had was the fucking family that I was born into. They didn't really give no fucks about me for real. Shit, I just told you the brother that I praised put a damn gun in my head because I told him he wasn't finna keep on causing my mama no motherfucking heartaches and problems. Me and my own brother done got into it. My brother was 11 years older than me, and I still would go head to head with his ass about the mother that birthed him, not me. She just raised me. So I ain't expecting that relationship to be too much damn different here. I understand that sometimes we probably butt heads, but it's not even, we don't even butt heads. See, we ain't never got no issues with each other. I fuck with y'all when y'all fuck with me, and it's gonna always be like that. Just understand, as much as you fuck with me, that's how much I fuck with you. But the love is always gonna be there. I'm gonna love y'all forever, for real. Because at one point in time, y'all was the only two that came around and dotted this motherfucking door to make sure I was okay. When I talk about that man, that big six, he was the only man and didn't have too many. Y'all, you wouldn't even believe how many conversations me and this man had before I felt the care and the love. He even said, he was just like, "Hey man, ain't no way in the world I fuck with you the way I fuck with you, and I ain't never fucked you." And I was just like, "No, you right. But at least you real. And you know I'm gonna give you my truth. I don't mind showing you who I am and what I've been through. I don't mind showing you how I treat your motherfucking ass too if you ever get wrong. That's just what it is." Nancy's dude that called me crazy at work all the time, and I'm just like, "And is I'm crazy about me. I'm crazy about the love that I give the folks that I don't get in return. that can turn somebody, what you say, Boosie? They couldn't turn me crazy, couldn't turn me something. That would turn them off for crazy when you done gave out the goodness of your heart to folks. And then they turn around and still do you dirty. I ain't tripping too much. Cause whatever he put on me, baby, apparently I can bear that shit. Cause I handle it well. The only thing that's bothering me right now is y'all pussy ass niggas still using my kids. I understand you're not gonna have them forever. I don't understand what the hell you holding on to them for anyway. Your motherfuckers is broke, you're depressed, you're sad, you ain't getting enough sleep. All the shit that I was going through, I know. But that's my job as a mother. God was gonna give me grace to do it. He ain't gonna have the same feeling towards y'all because you should have never took them out the environment they were supposed to be in. I was talking to my homegirl earlier, and she was telling me about her sister. She was like, "Yeah, me and my sisters ain't got no relationship, but I blame that on my father because the father didn't try to keep them connected. Understand? My children will eventually grow up. Now, it ain't gonna take forever. Because what y'all don't know about this doggone court date, I don't know if y'all got the paperwork or not. You probably did. I don't know. All I'm saying is, everybody in the background, when my kids coming home, when I tell y'all my kids is coming home, y'all know when they coming home. And it's this year, right? All right, then. They baby daddies, everybody may not know that. I don't even give a fuck what the hell they know. That ain't got nothing to do with me. It's kind of stupid. All I'm saying is, the longer that y'all keep my kids, the more I start talking about all the situation. Understand, Mr. Hester, you weren't never supposed to have custody of a motherfucking child because you have a doggone record that's longer than my damn arm, with you being in mental hospitals and institutions and your arrest record and all the rest of those stuff. For the judge to even give you or grant you custody of a motherfucking child without doing his damn homework and research, that's where he fucked up at. I know. You ain't got to tell me. I know. I'm letting it be what it's gonna be. And let everybody have to deal with what they gotta deal with. And I'm taking myself about the fucking equation. And I'm getting back to what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. I heard earlier. Now y'all be sitting here saying when she say she heard something and God told her something is funny. Now you know what's funny? The fact that he don't ever talk to y'all. That's the hilarious part. If you want to ask me, then that's what's funny. He said I never asked for your help. He said I told you to do what you were supposed to be doing. Now, between me and him, that was a back and forth argument because what you mean? You didn't ask for my help. You told me to do what I'm supposed to be doing, which is take care of me. But taking care of me means taking care of my kids. He said, I'm happy that you spoke for yourself. I'm happy that you spoke up about your kids. I didn't ask you to do none of that. I was going to do it. So I'm supposed to be sitting back and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is taking care of me. I understand. All I had to do was go back to the regular ass life that I've been doing, that you've been had. Going to work, taking care of my kids, minding my damn business. When I met that last one of y'all niggas, I was single doing what? Working in a house, probably taking care of somebody else's kids. When I met you, Mr. White, ain't that what I was doing? I was always in the house, taking care of my niece and my nephew, and I was working, right? Mm-hmm. When I met you, Mr. Hester, came back in contact with you, I was doing what? I was a wife. I was working. I was taking care of my kids. When I met you, Mr. Freeman, guess what I was doing? Working, taking care of my kids. Nothing changed. Nothing. Now, with that being said, all I had to do was actually get out of the environment and get myself back around the people that you understand.